Good evening, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. This is Rich again, back for your second and final video blog of the day for Saturday, October 24th, 2015, around 7:25 in the evening, Billerica, Massachusetts. It's like dark out, cloudy, didn't reach the 50s today. It was a very dreary day and stuff, but it didn't rain or it didn't snow. We could get some rain showers tonight. A warm front could be in 60s tomorrow if we get any sunshine. Some news to report, sad news to report in the world of Hollywood. Legendary actress Maureen O'Hara passed away at the age of 95. She was one of the last great actresses of the golden era, and also Doris Von Erich, who was the wife of the late great WWE Hall of Famer Fritz Von Erich, and the mother to 6 children: Jackie Jr., Kevin, David, Kerry, Mike, and Chris passed away. And sad, that's another tragedy in the Von Erich family, but she's at peace now. She endured during her life 5 of her sons passing away. It's very tough on people. And one score to report, but Louisville beat Boston College in football by the score of 17-14 today. And last night, I forgot to report this, the UMass Lowell Riverhawks tied Merrimack at Lawler Arena in North Andover, Massachusetts, on the campus of Merrimack College by a score of 1-1. They're playing a home-and-home series tonight at the Tsongas Arena. And that's about it on the news. My second and final video blog subject of the day is about the worst to first story about the first Major League Baseball team ever to go to worst to first and win the World Series. That's the Minnesota Twins in 1991. The Twins, the previous year, 1990, finished last in the American League West with a 74-88 record. It was a team in transition and stuff. They still had players like Kirby Puckett and Kent Herbeck and Dan Gladden and Greg Gagne and a few others left over from the 1987 team, but they that won the World Series, but they switched over the pitching staff a lot, because gone with like Frank Viola and Bert Blyleven and stuff, and replacing them and the pitching staff was like Scott Erickson and Kevin Tenapany and as like pitchers and stuff. And also the Twins signed lost like their third baseman Gary Gaetti to free agency. He went to the California Angels, and they replaced him with Mike Pagliarulo, who played for the Yankees for years. And also the Minnesota Twins picked up a pitcher 1991, before the 1991 season, Jack Morris and stuff, who was one of the best pitchers in the 1980s and stuff. And they were managed by Tom Kelly, and there was rumors that if the Twins got off to a bad start in 1991, he was going to be axed and stuff. But the Twins started very, very hot. They also picked up another bat, Chili Davis, who was the designated hitter. He led the team in home runs in 1991 with 29. And the Twins had a 15-game winning streak in the middle of the season, and they had great hitting from Brian Harper, the catcher, became like one of the best hitting catchers in the American League. Outfielders Shane Mack and Kirby Puckett and Dan Gladden were doing good. They had second baseman Chuck Knobloch, who became the 1991 Rookie of the Year in the American League, and they had other bats as well. Gene Larkin, who was a utility player, and a few others. Their pitching staff was led by Scott Erickson, who had 20 game. Was a 20-game winner. Finished, I think, third in the AL Cy Young voting in 1991. Kevin Tenapany, who finished the season with the lowest ERA on the team, 2.99 ERA. Jack Morris led the team in strikeouts with 164, and Rick Aguilera, who's no relation to Christina Aguilera, led the team with 42 saves. He was a closer for the Twins that year, and the Twins had 3 All-Stars representing them at the All-Star game in Toronto that year: Jack Morris, Kirby Puckett, and Rick Aguilera. Scott Erickson was named to the American League team, but he was not on the active roster because he got hurt. And the Twins won the division pretty easily, with like 95-67, beating second. The second place team was the Texas Rangers, who finished 7 behind them. That was the year that every team in the American League West finished at 500 or better, which was pretty amazing. And then the Twins had home field advantage for the 1991 American League Championship Series, which they faced against the Toronto Blue Jays, which was broadcast on CBS television. All 5 games, was it? Dick Stockton and Jim Clark called the League Championship Series games. The Minnesota Twins won the first game, but then the Blue Jays won the second, and then they went to Toronto, and the Twins swept them into the Blue Jays in Toronto's game 3, 4, and 5, and they won the series 4-1. Kirby Puckett was American League Championship Series MVP in 1991 because he had 429. And the Minnesota Twins faced off against the Atlanta Braves, another worst to first team in the National League, and this was the 1991 World Series, and it was on CBS, called by Jack Buck and Tim McCarver, and all 7 games were won by the home team. The Minnesota Twins had home field advantage, the Metrodome, because that was before the All-Star game determined home field advantage. Every odd year it was the American League, and every even year was the National League and stuff. And the first 2 games the Twins won easily at home. They had Jack Morris pitched game 1 and he won, and there was controversial play at game 2, which Kent Hrbek, one of the Braves players flipped over, was out, but there was controversy that Kent Hrbek forced him off, but he was called out, and it was and it's standard. And games 3, 4, and 5 were at Atlanta's Fulton County Stadium. The Braves won those 3 games, and game 5 was 14-5 the Braves. And the Braves had a lot of great team in 1991 with the pitching staff of John Smoltz and Tom Glavine and Steve Avery. Also, they had some bats with Otis Nixon, Terry Pendleton, Sid Bream, Ron Gant, Greg Olson, the catcher, and the manager was Bobby Cox. And they went to Game 6 at the Metrodome, which was sold out, and it was a long game. But Kirby Puckett hit a home run in the 11th inning, and giving the series at 3 games apiece. And Jack Buck said on CBS television, "We'll see you tomorrow night." And Game 7 was for the 1991 World Series was a game for the ages. Jack Morris was pitching for the Twins, and John Smoltz was pitching for the Braves. And they went the whole game scoreless, 9 innings, and it was 0-0. And then the 10th inning, Jack Morris pitched the 10th, and he pitched good and still had a shutout. And the Braves brought Alexander Pena in for the 10th inning, and Gene Larkin hit a blooper, and the run scored, and the Twins won the sorry about that. The Twins won the 1991 World Series, and the crowd in Metrodome was going wild and stuff. Jack Morris won the World Series MVP, and this completed the best story in Major League Baseball history, with the Minnesota Twins going worst to first. They were the first Major League Baseball team to win the World Series by the previous year finishing in last place. That thing has happened a few other times, most recently with the Boston Red Sox in 2013. And the Twins have not been to the World Series ever since, but the Braves have been to the World Series many times, 1992, 1995, 1996, and 1999. They won the World Series in 1995, but they didn't win it 92, 96, or 99. But there'll be eventually a video blog about the Braves' 14th straight division championship sometime next week. And this World Series was the highest rated World Series ever on CBS television. They only had the World Series for 4 years, but they got a 24.0 rating, a 39 share, and Game 7 got a 32.2 rating and a 49 share. These ratings, you don't see these ratings too much anymore, more on network television and stuff, and you don't see it even on baseball games and stuff. No World Series has matched that ever since, and that's pretty amazing. That's about it on this, and that's about it on these video blogs for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow for 3 more video blogs: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. First one will be about my review of Halloween Havoc 1995 WCW pay-per-view from Detroit. Second video blog will be about the top 10 NBA power rankings for October. Every month I'm going to do power rankings for NBA and NHL teams. And the third and final video blog of the night will be the weekly what if scenario. What if the Portland Trail Blazers drafted Michael Jordan with the number 2 pick in the 1984 NBA draft instead of Sam Bowie? There would be a Blazers dynasty. I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. I can't spoil that for you. Lots of more great stuff coming in the days, months, weeks, and years ahead. And like I always say, keep calm, everybody. I'm a Julie Wedding guy. Molly Wilson Plot of Fox 35 rocks and has nice legs. Elizabeth Hutt is so stunning. And in the words of Sean Lucha, get out. See you tomorrow.